Okay. So now I'm going to see, how do I tag on mobile? There's Haley. And then Chris was watching. There you are. Hey, Haley. Let me know if this is any better. The lighting's not the greatest. I'm going to put my headphone in and maybe you can hear me better. Okay, can you hear me any better? Can you see me okay? No, Chris is watching now. Let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me okay. All right, Chris says it's good. How about you, Haley? You still having issues? I hope not. Seems to be much better. Okay, good. And I can see comments. I have to stare at myself to see the comments, but we'll get through it. Okay. So now I gotta go to my notes. All right. So my notes for tonight, I got from a training video that I watched on the group called United We Rise. It was Erin Fluharty that did it, and I just took notes, and I'm basically going to train you on what she said because she is phenomenal. And it's simple. It's, as long as you use your host rewards, it's really not going to cost you anything. Sometimes it might cost you a stamp, but it will allow you to grow your base of potential customers and hopefully grow your customer base. It is using samples and follow-up. Number one big thing, follow-up. That is where the sales lie, is in your follow-up. So if you make samples, whether it's you buy the scented stickers and you cut them up, or you make, I should have had these out already. If you make these with all the scented stickers, or you buy the ones that are on clearance for $2 a pack, I don't care. Or whether you make wax samples, counter clean samples, dish soap samples. I've got dishes on the brain today. It doesn't matter. Any kind of samples. You want to get them out to people you don't know. And it's not just a post on your page and see who's interested, because a lot of the people on your actual page have had the chance and haven't reached out. I do offer up samples on my page, but I do go out and I offer samples in another way. But the way she's put this is even better than just saying, I got these ready to go. Grab bags. So you fill it with a product sheet or a showcase brochure, a printed card with a QR link to the full catalog on your website. So it's interactive. A link to the collections, whatever you like. You just make sure you got some type of printed material and something they can smell. Whether it be 3 samples, 10 samples, a single sample. It doesn't matter. You put them together in an envelope or a baggie, depending on how you want to do it and how you want to get it out there. And they're called grab bags. So her first idea is to, and my tablet locked. Oh, look at that extra light. So her first idea is to go on to your community groups. And I know, Haley, you have a problem with some of the groups saying that no businesses can be advertising. This is borderline whether it would be allowed or not, but don't worry about it. Just post and go. No pictures, no links, just outright post in a group, like a buy and sell, a mother's group, a father's group, whichever you want to do. Anything local. And you say, I have 15 or 20 or 30 or 10 or 5. You pick your number based on your amount you have. I have 15 Scentsy goodie bags. Who wants one? Leave it at that. People will flock to that. When they ask how much, you friend request them and you send them a message afterwards and saying they're free. You offer for them to pick them up. You offer to mail them or drop them off, whatever is your preference. But in these groups, you will get tons of people stating that they are interested. And you can't say that it's free because you're implying that there might be products in it. But if you just say Scentsy sample bags, they're not going to gain as much attention. Just Scentsy goodie bags. You're going to like the comment that they do, and you're going to friend request them. If they don't accept your friend request, if they don't reply to your comment, if they don't reply to your message, don't worry about it. Move on to the next person. Don't let it hurt your heart. But again, no photos, no links, because then it's not exactly a business thing. You're just offering up baggies. In your message that you send them, when they say, me, I want one, you're going to say something along the lines of, thank you so much for your interest in my Scentsy goodie bags. Do you use Scentsy? Or you could say, have you ever tried Scentsy? Are you a Scentsy lover? That kind of thing. But always, thank you so much for your interest in my Scentsy goodie bags. A lot of people will say to use a form to gain their information. That's fine and dandy once they are in your customer group or in your customer circle. But just reaching out for the first time, you don't want to say, oh, you got to fill this out with like 20 million questions to gain all their information. You just want basics. You want to be able to get their address to send them anything else. You want to get their phone number so you can text them. And their name. Preferably their first and last. Because we all know Facebook doesn't always have their actual names. So you want to get their basic information. Oh, and if you can get their email, do so. Because then you can put them into Workstation and have them get the newsletter, which is a Scentsy contact point every month that goes out to them so they can see the news. And you don't do anything for it. So why not? In the goodie bags, as I said, you're going to do samples, sticker sheets, brochures, product lists, host and join flyer, Scentsy club and party flyer. I guess that's host and party is the same thing. But you want to make them light for delivering, for pickup, or for mail. You want to make it worth one stamp. So if you're doing wax samples, do felt. They don't have to be big. I don't have any available right now. I'm all out. You want to do felt, and that is available in the Scentsy store. You can get cut out pieces of felt on Amazon. Do whatever you want. You can go to Lens Mills and buy a piece of felt, cut it up yourself, and use that for dipping in the wax. I did that for years. It's only been in the last year and a half that, out of 6 years, that I've actually been buying the Scentsy felt, just because I now prefer the bar shape. But before, I took a pair of scissors and a sheet of white felt, and I dipped that and laid it out, let it dry, put it in baggies, and sent it off. All that matters is that they get to smell it. So yes, you want to gain their information for follow-up. And when you do follow-up, you're going to ask them, what did you think of such and such scent or such and such sample? Did you try it? And if they say, well, no, I didn't like it. Okay. How about you tell me the types of things that you do like, and I'll see if I've got a sample lying around, and I'll send that one out to you, and you see if you like that one. If they do like it, you can tell them what things it comes in, other than just wax, if it does. Whether it be scent circles and room sprays, so they can have that scent in the car, or it comes in laundry or cleaning. You can always check that out. You can let them know about bundling to save them money. Always, 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 always talk about bundles. Bundles is where they're going to save the most money. And as much as it may cost more, most people are more in tune with the idea of, oh, I get a free bar, but I can only afford $30. But if I spend 10 more bucks, I get a free one? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. They would rather save money, even if it means spending more money. Because in the long run, they're better off. So, learn your bundles. So in your follow-up, you're going to talk about things like that. And you're going to take probably 3 or 4 days after they get the sample to follow up with them and let them try it and then review with them. It's important to become friends so you can add them to your VIP group. Even if they don't purchase, they can become word of mouth people who then can attract other customers for you, where they will review your samples and make a post and tag you in it, whether it be in your VIP group or whether it be on their wall or on your wall. If they're willing to do that, send them an extra sample every time they review it. It's only going to cost a little tiny bit for a stamp or a little bit of bus fare or bank or gas, whether it's you or them, to get another sample. If they pick up from you, maybe throw in an extra sample. And that way, there's nothing out of your pocket for it. Anybody that picks up their bags here, they get a little extra. Whether it be I'm doing felt samples and the ones that pick up here get mold samples. So they get bigger piece of wax so they can actually warm it for, a half a day to a day instead of just smelling the bag. So, but yes, you want them to turn into word of mouth. You want everybody to turn into word of mouth for referrals, especially if they can't purchase at the moment. A lot of people will say, I'm sorry, I like the samples, but I can't afford anything, so I'm sorry. And you go, that's perfectly fine. You know what I do need is some word of mouth. If you can put a review online and tag me, I'll send you a little something in the mail. And that piques their interest. They're going to follow you. They'll probably join your VIP group. And when they do have money, because you're treating them well and you're appreciating them, they will buy from you. Oh, and big rule. Have everything ready to go before you make the post. You don't want to be scrambling, trying to put them together after you got a list of people. You want to have them ready to go. They will go. I promise you. You may have to post in other groups to get the amount out if you've made a large amount, but your samples will get a home, I promise you. So make sure everything is ready. So all you have to do is put their name on it, put it aside, and it's done. So the next idea, because that was in groups, okay? The next is asking your friends to be able to post on their wall. I know we've kind of seen this happen before, and we put the post up and we get a list of friends that say, yeah, go ahead. But then we're not sure what to post. Here's an idea. So for an example, hang on a second. I missed part of that. You can post on your wall asking your friends, but if you want, do it one-on-one. And this is an idea on what to say. Sorry, I missed this part. So you say, hey, Haley, I love that you support me. Would you let me post on your wall and offer your friends a goodie bag? Who's going to say no to that, right? So that is a great way to get permission. And then they will react to your post and possibly tag other people. One-on-one conversation is the way to go. So then when you post on the wall, you say in your post, Haley is allowing me to post on her wall and offer free samples to all of her friends. Just comment below and I'll send you a message and get your information and get them out to you. And then you use goodie bags. Or you say, Haley is allowing me to post on her wall to offer her friends Scentsy goodie bags. Who's interested? Comment below. That's all it is. When you run out of goodie bags, because eventually by doing this, you're going to run out and there's still going to be people wanting them. You say to them, I'm sorry, I've run out this time, but if you don't mind, I'll keep your information. And next time I do goodie bags, I will make sure I get one out to you. Living in the country, right? So anyway, so you do that. Another thing you can do during, hi Callie. Another thing you can do during your follow-up is talk to them, especially if they say, I don't have the money to buy something right now. Discuss with them parties. Even if you don't want to do a big elaborate party, we are going to be going over some different party styles over the next few weeks. Excuse me, and the importance of partying. But talk to them about parties or shopping links where you make them a party on your workstation and then you give them the shopping link and you tell them to share it with their friends. And once their party reaches 265, then they've earned rewards. And normally we've got 3 months in which to close a party. So they get up to 3 months, whatever you decide to offer them, to keep it open. But you want to discuss with them the host rewards. And discuss with them, if they're tight for money especially, the idea of the opportunity. That they can get a host kit by having the party and start earning their own paycheck. All right, so that's posting on somebody else's page. Now the next one's a little tricky, and I've never honestly thought about this. We all see those posts on Marketplace from people who were previous consultants or just have way too much stuff that they've bought or scents that they don't like anymore, and they've got all this stuff for sale. Now, I'm not saying other consultants. Hi, Kelly. I'm not saying other consultants because you don't want to overstep boundaries. But if it's somebody who's not a consultant and you see that they've posted some bars for sale and there's a whole bunch of people that have replied and they have stopped replying to those people, you can reach out to those people that have no reply and let them know that you've seen that they commented on such and such post and that they have had no reply and you would love to help them. There's nothing wrong with doing that as long as it's not another consultant's post. So that way, obviously, they're looking for Scentsy. The person they've tried to contact is not a consultant, so they can only help them out of what they have right then and there. So by setting them up, possibly with the chance of having a consultant, is going to help them as well as help you. So that is another idea, but do that only in private message. If they respond, send them a friend request. Again, you want these people on your Facebook because you want them to be able to see when you post about Scentsy. And you want them to see your life. Because people buy from who they know, like, and trust. All right, so the next thing, and my tablet just locked. All right, so the next thing is there is different maps of your area, of Canada, of your province that you can get and color in online, in person, and take a picture of it. It doesn't matter. You can list different areas instead of a map and list different areas. You want areas on the map colored in that you have customers. And if you're listing areas instead of a map, you list areas that you don't have customers. And you say, post that on your wall, and you say, I'm looking for people in these areas, or in the non-colored areas, or in these areas, depending on how you do it, that would like to receive a Scentsy goodie bag or Scentsy Happy Mail from me. Sometimes you want them to be able to never tried Scentsy before. Another way you can put it is, if you're going to mail them out, is she said to say, I want to test the mail system with my samples. Would you be interested in getting some free samples in the mail and then review them online? And that would be a good one-on-one. But you can turn that around and use that as a post just by changing a few words. Just going over my notes, sorry. Something else that you can do to add into your goodie bags is information on partying, and if they have a qualifying party, what the rewards are. But then you can also talk to them that if they are able to get a friend to book a party, that they can get a half-priced item at that friend's party when it qualifies. So that would mean that, Haley, you're having a party with me, and I tell you that you can get an extra half-off item if you can get somebody from your party to book a party. So then she talks to everybody there, and she gets Kelly to book a party. So when Kelly has a party and it's qualifying and the host rewards show up in your workstation, there is that I have to take a drink for this one. I'm not so tongue twisted today. There is that perpetual party reward listed right underneath the host rewards on the first part of the listing in workstation under the party. Everybody has seen that one, right? You can assign it to anybody who's attending the party that is listed below. So what happens when that party qualifies, when Kelly's party qualifies, Haley, because she was the previous host who got Kelly to book a party, you take that perpetual party reward, put it in Haley's name, and let Haley have a half-priced item. But Kelly's party has to be qualifying to be able to access that half-off item. So you could do a little note, whether it's on a Post-it, on our brochures from the club, from the Scentsy Success Store. You can make your own. There's lots of templates in the Canva Scentsy Boss Babes page. They've got tons of them in there, but I tend to buy these ones. They're just easy. Put your name on them. Put a sticky note on that. Get a friend to book a party. Get a half-priced reward item. Right? Even if you wanted to do it for their party, there is still that other perpetual party reward when they have a party if nobody referred them. That's up for grabs. That is normally the consultants, and we have permission to do with it as we please. So you could tell her to get an extra $500 in sales, and she'll get a bonus half-price reward on top of her regular rewards. You could do that. She could get somebody to join and have that. So all that kind of fun stuff you want in these goodie bags. I know I kind of got a little sidetracked. So any questions on this? Because that's pretty much the training. The We have the community groups, posting on a friend's wall, which I love, Marketplace, and the map. I honestly think the posting on a friend's wall is the best because you'll finish watching later. Okay, love you too. Give the kids a hug and kiss. I honestly think the posting on somebody else's wall, who's a friend of yours, is one of the best ways to go because that's an instant referral for them. Because if they're allowing you to post on their wall, they're saying they support you. And that shows their friends that you're worth talking to and working with for Scentsy, that they trust you. Instead of a community group where nobody knows you. You will still get traction on that. But the connections that you will make posting on somebody else's wall, who is a friend of yours, already have a basis for trust. Right? So, all right. Anybody else got any questions for me? I see a couple of you are on. Because if not, I'm going to end this tonight. It's been like a half an hour of training and 15 minutes of trying to figure this crap out tonight. Hopefully I can figure out my laptop because I prefer doing the lives there. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything tonight. You guys all have a great night. If you want to catch the beginning training, there is another video on the team page called Prospecting. It might be a little choppy. We were having a problem with the internet signal, but there is information on there about the LTOs, the limited time offers like Scooby-Doo, and how to go about ordering them. If you're still having a problem with that, Kelly, let me know, okay? All right. Mwah. Love you guys. Night.